For months, I had suspected something was off. The late nights, the sudden work emergencies, and the constant texting with a smile she no longer shared with me. Emma had grown distant, but it wasn't until tonight that I decided I'd had enough. She left the house at 8 p.m. with the same tired excuse. It's just a meeting. Don't wait up. But this time I wasn't staying in the dark. I knew exactly where she was going and who she was meeting. Tonight was going to be different. Tonight I wasn't going to sit and pretend. I didn't follow her. I didn't want to see it with my own eyes. Instead, I prepared. I walked into our bedroom, opened the drawer where she kept her keepsakes, and found what I was looking for. The beautiful photo album we had made together for our anniversary. It was filled with memories of us, our family, our life. Memories she had decided no longer mattered. I sat at the dining table, pulled out every photo, and began writing a message on the back of each one. Truths she had chosen to bury. On the back of the photo from our honeymoon, I wrote, "While you were making promises, you were already planning your escapes." On our first Christmas photo, this was before you found someone better at the office. Every memory was now double-sided, the perfect picture on one side, the ugly truth on the other. By the time I finished, it was nearly midnight. She still hadn't come home, but I wasn't surprised. I placed the entire album back on her pillow, the messages ready to greet her. But that wasn't the surprise that would shake her to her core. On her side of the bed, where she always tossed her phone, I left a small USB drive. Inside it contained the full collection of screenshots, texts, calls, and even hotel bookings she thought I didn't know about. I titled the folder, "For When You Wake Up." I didn't wait for her. I grabbed my bag, keys, and the signed divorce papers I had been holding on to for weeks. Before leaving, I scribbled one final note. "You slipped into someone else's bed. Tonight, you can sleep in ours alone." I placed it carefully on the nightstand, flicked off the lights, and left the house without looking back. Emma returned home around 2:30 a.m. She tiptoed inside, still reeking of cheap cologne and bad decisions. She probably thought I'd be asleep, snoring away in blissful ignorance. But as she walked into the bedroom, her eyes immediately caught the album, the USB, and the note resting beside the cold, untouched side of the bed. At first, I imagined she must have smiled, thinking the album was a sweet gesture, until she opened it and saw my handwriting slicing through every cherished memory. Each turn of the page was a revelation she wasn't ready for. And then, when she plugged in the USB and saw the folder, panic must have taken over. Paragraph 8. I didn't need to be there to witness her pacing the room, frantically trying to call me, only to find herself met with silence. My phone was off. I had checked into a hotel, where peace and clarity welcomed me in a way she hadn't in months. That night, Emma wasn't just sleeping alone. She was drowning in the consequences of her own betrayal. In the morning, she sent messages. Apologies laced with excuses, desperate pleas to talk things through. But I had given her every chance before tonight. This wasn't about a conversation anymore. This was about walking away with my dignity intact, leaving her to face the emptiness she had created. Days passed, and Emma realized the weight of what she had lost. But by then, I had already moved forward. The album, the USB, the note, those were my final words. She slipped into bed after a night with her lover, expecting the comfort of lies. Instead, she found the truth staring back at her, sharper and colder than she ever imagined. And that truth was mine to walk away with.